Welcome to the Blueprint 301 Advanced Training Session. In this training, we will go over the setup menu, third-party billing, and marketing campaigns. Let's start with the setup menu. Click on the setup menu on the left toolbar. This is where you will be setting your preferences for Blueprint. When you click on Setup, you might have access to all or some of these categories on the left of the screen. Everything in Setup is on user privilege, so if you are a user that has privileges to these things, you will be able to see them. We will start with the Pricing and Insurer Coverage section. Click on the magnifying glass icon to expand the menu. Your clinic is responsible for these three things: batteries, accessories, and services. You manage creating the items in here and adding your clinic pricing. When you click on a catalog, such as accessories, you have the option to click Create New and enter the item information. You're going to see that there is a place for CPT and HCPCS codes. You can go ahead and load your codes here, and those will generate on your claim forms. You also have the ability to choose your expense and income accounts. If you are linked with QuickBooks, it will send these items to the item list within QuickBooks and be associated with those accounts. You can also add your clinic purchase cost and patient selling price. If you click the Has Serial Number box for accessories, when you sell this item to a patient, it will prompt you to add the serial number and warranty date. This information will be tracked under the ALD tab under the Patient's Hearing Aid tab. You can choose to put tax on each specific item. Your tax percentage will automatically calculate for you. All of this information gets calculated into your Sales by Income account report, so you can run reports based on how many items are sold. You only have to add these items in the catalog once, and then you can sell them to your patients. As for the hearing aids catalog, our Blueprint technical team maintains this catalog for you, and we do our best to stay up to date and add new hearing aids into the catalog. Oftentimes, the clinics are the first to hear about the hearing aids and receive a catalog. In the event that you don't see the hearing aid you need, just send us a support ticket and our team will add it for you. As for pricing, you get to manage all of your own prices. Whenever you want to update your prices, just click on Edit Details and enter a new one. Make sure to click out of the cell to save the changes or press Enter on your keyboard. Manufacturer prices can be adjusted if you enter bills when you receive the aids in. Patient prices are adjusted when you order, receive, and deliver the hearing aids to your patients. If you're operating in the Canadian system, all of your insurance pricing and benefit codes are loaded for you. Anytime you add a public insurer to a patient file, that will be the price that the patient sees on their file for the hearing aid. Under Repairs, you have control over this catalog and over the pricing. In the event you want to create a new repair, click on the Create New button at the bottom of the screen. Choose the manufacturer, the repair type, and choose your purchase cost and selling price. Then click Create. If you would like additional repair types in your drop-down menu, you can add them under the Repair Types menu. Click Create New and add the type in. Once you add the new type, you'll want to go back and add that into your repair catalog and set up your pricing. Let's move on to referral sources. Under the referral sources, click on the magnifying glass on the left to expand the options. What you see here is the primary referrer types. Anytime you click on a primary referral type, you will see the sources on the right. If you want any additional primary types in your list, you can click on the Referral Types menu and click Create New at the bottom of the screen. Once it's in your list, you're going to want to add a secondary source. To add a secondary source, you can click on the primary and click Create New at the bottom of the screen. Add a name and select Create. Now you will see this in your list. Each primary type has to have at least one secondary in order to add it to a patient's file. You can also right-click on these to edit them or deactivate them. Next is our section for insurance companies. If you are in the Canadian system, all of your public insurers are already in the system. If you are in the US, you're in charge of putting your own insurers in the list. Click Create New and enter the insurer information. You will have to choose the insurance plan name and decide if you want an invoice for the insurer to display. The payer ID number gets utilized if you're going to be integrated with Office Ally. You can find the payer ID off of Office Ally's website and enter it here. Once the insurer is in your list, you can add them to any patient's file. Also, with the insurers, there is a fax number field. If you have this information, I recommend adding it because you have the option to fax right out of Blueprint. Our next category is discount reasons. Users can now add their own discount reasons. Click Create New at the bottom of the screen and type in the name of the new discount reason. Below that, we have recall types. Users can now add their own recall types. Click Create New at the bottom of the screen and type in the name of the new recall type. Optionally, you can make this recall type the default recall. The required checkbox is to mark this recall type as required. If you check this box, it will turn red and appear in the Requires Action badge, which is the red oval with the number next to the recall section, if it's due within 7 days or overdue, and the patient does not have an appointment scheduled within the next 30 days. Next, let's look at journal entry types. Users can now add their own journal entry types. Click Create New at the bottom of the screen and type in the name of the new journal entry type you wish to use. Below this is event types. This is the section for event types where you can create new appointments for your schedule. Click Create New at the bottom of the screen. Give the event type a name, acronym, and a default duration in minutes. You can now assign that appointment a color as well. The default marked busy indicates that this appointment should show in a solid color as a visual reminder that we should not double book during that time slot. You will want to make sure to mark if this appointment is a sales opportunity, because this information gets calculated into your closing rate report. Only one appointment in your list can be the default appointment type. This means that when you go to your schedule to create an appointment, it will be the first one on the list. Our next section is documents. This section is to add categories and statuses for your Patient's Documents tab. When you scan or upload a document, it will prompt you for a title, category, and status. Click on Categories and click the Create New button at the bottom of the screen. You can do the same for status. Under the status list, you can highlight a status, click Edit Details, and change or choose a color of the status. Let's move on to templates. There is a template section in the Setup menu as well. Within Blueprint OMS, you can create your own custom letters within Microsoft Word and Adobe Acrobat Pro. On our website, blueprintsolutions.us, we have merge fields that you can add onto your Word or PDF document to indicate where you want the patient name, date, warranty expiration date, and other options to auto-populate. You can create all of your own custom purchase agreements, physician referral letters, audiology reports, loaner agreements, and many more. You will want to store them under this Template Forms Correspondence section. The invoice templates are where your custom invoices can go. To upload any of these custom forms, you click on the Upload button at the bottom of the screen. or you can save it to your desktop and drag and drop it into Blueprint. For example, I have this privacy agreement. I'm going to double click on it. It has my clinic information, and here are what the merge fields look like. I want the patient's first name and last name to generate. This is all in a step-by-step guide on our website under Support Template Resources. If I pull up a patient in the patient browser, go to Patient, Forms, I can generate that form. We can archive it and save a copy to the Documents tab, or you can email and fax the document. Our next section is text snippets. If you click on the magnifying glass icon, it will expand the menu. If you highlight the text snippet category, you will see the list of categories on your right. Click the Create New button at the bottom of the screen. Create text snippet category. Give the category a name and click Create. If you highlight an existing category, you will see the text snippet string on the right-hand side. This works the same as the referral source section. You will want each primary category to have at least one text snippet string. To add a new text string, you can click the Create New button at the bottom of the screen. In the text snippet string box, you can type a paragraph or sentence that you want to use. The Auto Text field will help you add the snippets to reports and journals faster. The lock box will make the snippet personal or public depending on if you lock it or not. You can always edit the snippets or delete them. The last section under here is User Administration. Only the owner is granted this section right away. The owner can then set up roles and assign the roles privileges and reports. If I select a role, Edit Privileges, the blue check marks are the privileges that this role will get. If you hover over the privileges, it will show you what this permission allows. Once done, you can assign that role to users and they will automatically get the privileges associated with that role. The same goes for reports. If you click on Edit Reports, a blue check mark will give this role access to this report. Below roles is users. Anytime I create a new user, it will ask for a username, password, first name, last name, and email address. You can then assign them a role, and they will get those privileges from earlier. You can also assign people multiple roles. If you want to give this particular person more privileges than others, you can right-click, go to Edit Privileges, and then you can go through the list and give them the privileges you want them to have. You can right-click on a user and edit their details, edit their privileges, edit reports, and edit what locations they have access to. You can also add the provider tax number for claims. All of your users are managed within your user administration. Now let's talk about third-party billing. First, I'm going to go to my patient browser and pull up a client. I'm going to open his file and go to his insurance tab. Here's where I need to add his insurance information. Click Add Insure at the bottom of the screen. Choose the relationship to the patient. If I choose Self, all of the patient information will automatically generate. The only other required field are the name of the insurer and the ID number. If you have the other information, I suggest entering the data in. Optionally, you can add a note about the patient's coverage in the Notes section and click Update. Now that we have an insurer on file, we can go ahead and bill that insurance. Let's sell some services. I'm going to click on the green Sale button on the left toolbar. You can use the Quick Find to find the service you would like to sell. You can see that some services have the CPT code entered and some do not. Some clinics prefer to search by the CPT code rather than the service name. You can choose what works best for you. Let's choose the basic comprehensive. You can also add batteries or accessories to the sale. Once done, click Next at the bottom of the screen. Check that your order date, location, and provider are correct. If you want to increase the price of any of the items, click in the price cell, type in the new price. Make sure to click out of the cell or press Enter on your keyboard to save the cost. To decrease a price, you will need to add a discount. Double-click on the discount cell, add a discount reason and a dollar amount. Click Update to apply this discount. You can manage the quantity by clicking on the quantity cell and using the arrows to change the number. At the bottom of the sale, you can see that the insurer is listed here. It's up to you if you want to allocate the full amount to the insurer right away to show the insurance responsibility. Or maybe the client has a copay of $20 and you want to subtract that out. You could also leave it all as the patient responsibility until we know exactly what the insurance company is going to pay us. At this point, we will complete the sale, and for this example, we will allocate $100 to insurance. Click Complete Sale. The invoice will populate. Under the Client Sales History screen, we will see the sale we just created. The triangle means we are waiting on payment for the sale. Next, we can right-click on the sale and choose the HCFA 1500 PDF form, and the claim form will appear. All of the information from the patient's file is already loaded on the form. The name of the physician and the physician MPI number pulls in on this form. Box number 17 will populate the referring physician information that's under the Patient Details tab. Here are all of our items and our charges, our services facility, location, and billing information. If you want to change anything, you can click on the cell to modify the data. Remember to click out of the cell or click Enter on your keyboard to save your changes. If you are integrated with Office Ally, you can submit this claim electronically. If you do submit this to Office Ally, you will get confirmation of the submission, and then you will be able to manage it on your Office Ally account. You can also print a copy with or without the red background, and you can archive this form manually to the Patient's Documents tab. Let's say insurance came back and said they're going to pay $50 and they're going to write off the other $50 for the basic comprehensive. The debit column gets treated like the patient responsibility and the third-party column as the insurance responsibility. Whenever we are ready to take a third-party payment or write-off, we have a few options. Also, you get to decide if you want to do your write-off or insurance payment first. Most clinics like to do their write-off first. To add an insurer write-off, you can highlight the sale, right-click, choose Write-Off, Third Party. In the credit amount field, you can type the amount of the write-off. Sometimes insurance companies will have you do a write-off per line item. For example, the total write-off number was $40, but they might tell you to write off $10 from this item, $10 from the other item, and $20 for the last item, and it will calculate your total. Once done, click Create. If you received a check solely for this patient, you can go to their Sales History tab, highlight the sale, right-click, Receive and Apply Payment, Third Party. Fill out the information and click Save. If you've received a bulk check from an insurance company, you can go to the Accounting drop-down menu and select Enter Third-Party Payment. Under the Insurer drop-down menu, select the insurer. This will bring up any patients that are waiting on payment from the insurance company. Enter your payment information at the top. If they wrote a check, you can put that check number in the memo field. Next, check off the boxes that this payment should be applied to. When you click Save, any patients that are removed from the screen have been paid in full. If we go into their sales history, we will see that the triangle has gone away. Anytime you want to see the details of a sale, you can right-click and select Transaction History. This will show you everything that is attached to the sale. Next, let's go on to marketing campaigns. Under the marketing module, you can run queries in your database in order to search for patients with specific data on file. If I click on Marketing on the left toolbar, I have this Marketing Campaigns tab, and in this tab are current campaigns that I have created. At the bottom of the screen, select Create New and create a new campaign. Some campaigns that are really popular are birthday cards, tested not sold, warranty expiration dates, and hearing aid 4 years and older. Let's create a warranty expiration campaign. We want to find everyone who has a warranty that is expiring in the upcoming month. Double-click on the title to open the campaign, or you can click Edit Details at the bottom of the screen. Next, click on the Selection Criteria tab at the top of the screen, because this is where you get to choose your filters. Under the Primary Filter drop-down menu is where a lot of clinics are running monthly campaigns. There is one in here called Warranty Letters. When you click on this, it auto-populates the warranty expiration date and operator between. All you have to do is fill in the dates that you're looking for. The format for this is year, month, day. Execute the search, and it will tell you how many patients fall into that category. Go back to your Selected Patients tab, and it will show you all of the patients that it has found. Now we can choose the output template. If we select Print, it will bring up custom templates that are in your setup menu. Select the one that you need. As you scroll through, you can see that the patient information is changing. You also have the option to choose Export Full or Export Short to save to Excel. Export Short will include basic patient information, whereas Export Full will give you all of the patient's information. When you close the campaign, you can see the date and the number of clients in it. Once you physically mail the letters to the patients, click Send Mailing in the marketing campaign. All of the patients in this list will have a denotation in their file that they were sent this campaign. Click on the Sent Campaigns tab to see all of the campaigns that you have sent. If you go to a patient's individual marketing tab, we will see the sent campaigns for this individual. We hope you found this Blueprint OMS tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, please give us a call.